have discussed, no? What is the new in that? Reflection. What is that? Reflection. Reflection. What is the reflection means? Whenever the light hitting the boundary between the mediums, what happens? Light will bounces back into the same medium. That is the reflection we have discussed. And after that, laws of reflection we have discussed. What is that first law of reflection? Incident ray, normal and reflected ray. All will be in the same plane only, and also the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection with respect to the normal. Then after that we have seen the objects and then images. So in that object we have got two types of objects, and then in the image also we got two types of images. So first of all, object belongs to which rays? Incident rays. Image belongs to reflected rays. Image belongs to the reflected rays. So here in object we are having two different types of objects. One is a real object, another is the virtual object. So that real object nothing but the intersection point of real rays. Virtual object nothing but what you have to do? You have to make the intersection of extended incident rays. Real incidence rays and then here extended incident rays. I have drawn the diagram also, like from the infinite the rays are coming. Where they can form the image nothing but what you have to do? Obviously you have to extend them in the backward direction so that here the object is formed. Which type of object? That is virtual object. Because this is the intersection of which rays? Extended incident rays. That is a virtual object. For the virtual object, which type of image will be formed? Real image will be formed. Why? Because image means the intersection of reflected rays. In that also two types of images are there. One is the real image, another is the virtual image. Real image nothing but the intersection of real reflected rays. Intersection of real reflected rays. So here one reflected ray is coming like this, another reflected ray is going like this. The intersection point, at this point what I can form? Image I can form. Which type of image that is? What is that? Real image. Why? Because this is the intersection of real reflected rays. Now virtual image nothing but the intersection of extended reflected rays. So that here I have taken one plane mirror, in front of that I kept an object like this, and then the rays are incidenting in this manner. So what happens? They will reflect back in this direction and then in this direction. Where the image is formed now, you have to extend them behind the mirror. Here the image is formed. That is which type of image? Obviously virtual image. That is about the real images and then virtual image, real object and then virtual object. The intersection of real incident rays, that is a real object. The intersection of extended incident rays, that is a virtual object. Intersection of real reflected rays, that is a real image. Intersection of what is that? Extended reflected rays, that is a virtual image. That is about the different types of objects and then images. And after that we have discussed the properties of plane mirrors. In that properties of plane mirrors, I said that the object distance from the mirror is exactly equals to the image distance from the mirror. And also I said that the line joining between the object and image will makes what angle? Perpendicular to the plane mirror we have to take. Always it will be 90 degrees whenever I join them. Here what is the angle? What is the angle between the line and then mirror? 90 degrees obviously. And also anything else we have discussed? Angle of deviation. Later on we will discuss that. And then field of view. Field of view I said. Field of view nothing but the region where the observer eye should present so that he can detect the image. That is what the field of view I said. Field of view means the region where the observer eye should present so that he can detect the image properly. So for example, I have the mirror like this. Have you done this experiment? I said yesterday. Yes, you have done. Class alla aitu illa nim hostel alli. Okay, whenever you are just standing in front of the mirror and then you are putting bottu, at that time what happens? Your friend will be talking behind you. Then how you will talk? You will turn like this, otherwise you will be talking in the mirror only. Correct? Here one of the other friend will be sitting there on the cot and then she will be talking to you. Not for you guys, and then for them I am saying. But she will be talking nothing but he will be talking to you. What he is imagining? ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಯಿತಾ? ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್, ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯು, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಿರರ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ and then you will talk. Correcta? So that person is not in your field of view. Now whenever you see that person is sitting there, one person is standing here, then that person can see the image of that person. You understand or not? For example, this is a mirror I have said. Now for example, Yuvaraja is sitting there. So who can see the Yuvaraja? Everybody can see the Yuvraj, and then his image only I can see. Correcta? You cannot see his image. So why? Because I am in that field of view. Now here with a diagram I will explain that with a ray diagram. I have taken, this is a plane mirror. Now in front of the plane mirror, not exactly in front, here somewhere the object is there. Object is there here. And also we said already yesterday only in the properties of plane mirror, object and then image will be on the same line only. There is no chance, there is no other options will be there for that. So that always they will be in the same line only in front of a plane mirror. Now I have taken the object here. Whenever I take the object here, if I draw the ray diagram for that object, one of the ray is going like this, another ray is going like this. This is like this. These are the edges rays, last edges rays I said. Now what they will do, obviously from the laws of reflection, angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection we will take. So this is a normal I have taken, this is a reflection of the first ray, and then this is a normal I have taken, this is a reflection of the second ray. Now where the image is formed now? Which type of image will form, by the way? Virtual image, right? For the real object, virtual image. For the virtual object, real image will be formed, exactly opposite to each other. Now what I have to do, nothing but I have to extend them. I have to extend them like this. Now here my virtual image is formed. Now I'll just give you the person's numbers here. Let me take person P1, P2 and then P3 and P4 and P5 and P6. Who can see that image? Who can see that image? Only P5. Why? Because that person only there in between the reflected rays. Whoever are present in between the reflected rays, only they can see. Nothing but this is the field of view of that image. Understand? Like this only it will extend, obviously. It will extend like this much on. Okay, that is the field of view of that image. So whoever the person, whoever the observer are placed in between the reflected rays, so that person only is in the field of view. So here this person P5 is in between the reflected rays, so only that person only can detect the image. All the other person cannot detect it. Why? Because they are not in the field of view, obviously. Clear? So that here P5 is in field of view. This region is the field of view region. The next one is, for example, if I take this diagram only, I will consider. Now here object is placed and then I form the image in the behind the mirror, that is a virtual image we formed, whatever the image might be. We got the image there. Now I will give the persons. Let me take P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7. Who can see the image? What is that? Yes, except P5 and P7, everybody can see the image. Why? Because they are in between the reflected rays only. Always you should not see the orientation and all. You should not consider the straight line and all. Here not only P1, P2, P4, P3, P6 also can see the image. Why? Because they are in between the reflected rays. See that this much is the field of view. So if I kept the mirror here like this, At that time, whatever the persons who are sitting in this direction, in this direction can see the image, and then the person who is standing here cannot see any image. Why? Because he is not in the field of view. Clear? So that always the person should be in between the what? Reflected rays only. This is here field of view. This completely field of view. Clear? Under the field of view, you write that. Have you taken the examples yesterday? I did not say I guess so. Deviation before only I discussed. Yes. Draw the diagrams. ಏನಿವತ್ತು ಟಿಫಿನ್? ದೋಸೆ. ಸಂಡೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ದೋಸೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಉದಯ ಎನಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್? ಎನಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್? ಅವ್ರ ಅನ್ನ ಬಂದು ಹಾಂ ಬರೀ ಎರಡೇ ದೋಸೆನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಫುಡ್ಡು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಹಾಂ 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 ಓಕೆ. ಇವರು ಎರಡೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಏನೇ ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ? ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮೇ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮೇ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನಫ್. P6 ಕೂಡ ಹೌದು. Make it fast, we will finish the plane mirror today. Next, deviation we have discussed. What is the delta formula? 180 minus 2i, otherwise 2r. Otherwise we can say 180 minus I plus r also. That is about the angle of deviation. Next, write a problem. If mirror kept fixed, if mirror kept fixed and incident ray rotated by angle theta in the clockwise direction, and incident ray rotated by angle theta in the clockwise direction, then find the angle of rotation of reflected ray find the angle of rotation of reflected ray and its direction of rotation. Can you find the answer? Do that. I'll tell you the options also. Theta in clockwise, theta in anti-clockwise, 2 theta in clockwise, 2 theta in anti-clockwise. Find the answer by the reflection diagram. Theta in anti-clockwise. Any other answer? theta? Theta in anti-clockwise direction. Any other answer? Anybody got any other answer? What is the answer you got? This much time you should not take. Which is the correct answer? Theta in anti-clockwise direction. That's the correct answer. So that here I have taken the incident ray and then reflected ray. Here angle of incidence is how much? I. And then angle of reflection also how much? Angle of reflection is equals to angle of incidence. So that I will take this is also I only. To solve the problem easily, I will take both are I only. Why? Because we know that angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Now what I said, I am rotating this incident ray by an angle theta in which direction? Clockwise direction. Now my incident ray is there like this. Correct? This is the incident ray we got. Now if this is the theta, then this angle is how much? I minus theta. Before angle was how much? I. Now this is theta means this will be how much? Obviously I minus theta. If angle of incidence is I minus theta, angle of reflection also how much? I minus theta only. I minus theta should come nothing but this should rotate in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Minus. It should be minus nothing but it has to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. If it has to be I plus theta, then what it has to do? It has to rotate in the clockwise direction. Now that it is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction by how much angle? Again theta only. Then only I can make the angle how much? I minus theta. So this is a second time reflected ray, this is a second time incident ray. Now this is rotating in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Clear? So that's simple theory question only, but you have to understand it properly. Whenever you have the grip on the laws of reflection, whenever you remember that always, then you can get the answer easily. So here you have to draw the, first of all, let me take, I'll just show you with this. So this is the normal, red color is the normal, and then this is the incident ray, and then this is the reflected ray. Now what I am doing nothing but, I am just taking, always we know that the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Now what I am doing nothing but, I am just rotating it with an angle theta in the clockwise direction. As for you, it will be the clockwise direction. Then what happens nothing but, the reflected ray also should be there in the same angle only. So it is coming towards the normal nothing but, this also should come in which direction? Towards the normal. It has to come towards the normal means which direction it has to rotate with? Anti-clockwise direction. So that is the answer. Write that conclusion. If incident ray rotated by theta in one direction, then reflected ray should be rotated by the same angle in opposite direction. That is not always clockwise, anti-clockwise, it might be anti-clockwise and then clockwise also, but both should be always in opposite directions. Then next problem. By keeping the incident ray fixed, mirror is rotated by an angle theta. Then find angle of rotation of reflected ray. Find angle of rotation of reflected ray. Find angle of rotation of reflected ray. Take that diagram, that will be easy. Don't take this reflection. You take the normal reflection, then only it will be easy for you. to identify the answer. Black one is the initial case and then blue one is the second case. फिरदौस आई नहीं अभी गाँव से, कब आएगी? ಪವಿತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕನ ಯಾರು ಕೂತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಹಾಂ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು? You have to get the answer only in terms of theta, that is theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta. These are the options. Theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta are the options. Angle of rotation of reflected ray. How much? How it is possible? Show me that. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ. ಎಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. Answer is 2 theta. Anybody got that? Raise your hands. Who got? Nobody got that. Only 2 members, that's it. You have to find with respect to the normal only, then only you will get the answer. 2 theta you got? Yes, very good. Yes, 2 theta, very good. 2 theta is the correct answer. See, there is no need of much logic in this chapter. If you don't have your logical thinking also, you can get the answers in this. Why? Because simply by the laws of reflection only we can get all the answers in the plane mirror. So here what I am doing nothing but initially the plane mirror was there like this. My incident ray was normal to that. Obviously reflected ray also will be in the same direction only. So that this was whatever the black ink I have used here, that was the initial case. Next what I did nothing but I just rotated the mirror in angle how much nothing but that is theta. Now where the normal will be? Normal will be perpendicular to the mirror, right? So that perpendicular to mirror nothing but it will be there in this direction obviously. Correct? So that with respect to the mirror that is the 90 degrees. With respect to this how much it is? See that before it was there like this. Before it was there like this. Normal was there before also, but that is there in this only. So before it was there like this. Now what I did nothing but I rotated like this. And again how much angle is? Theta only. So this is the angle theta. I said in the problem that incident ray is fixed. Incident ray is not changing anymore. Now my incident ray, you just remove the reflected ray here. My incident ray is at what angle with normal? Theta means the reflected ray also at what angle? Theta only, same angle. So that it will be there in this direction with same angle. This is the reflected ray R dash. Now before reflected ray was there here. After that I am getting the reflected ray here. How much angle it is rotated by? 2 theta is the angle. Everybody understood, right? So that clearly you just see the example here clearly. Now what I did nothing but before I have taken everything like this, mirror and then normal. So on this only I am just propagating the light so that incident ray and then reflected ray in the same direction. Now what I am doing means I am just rotating that. You just see the orientation, rotating the mirror. Then what happening? Automatically normal also rotating. By how much angle? Same angle only, right? So that normal also rotated by angle theta here. Now incident ray is fixed. I am not changing the incident ray. So now this mirror is not there anymore. Only this mirror is there. Now we can understand the diagram easily. Incident ray is falling at what angle? Theta with the normal. Then reflected ray also should be there in what angle? That is also should be in theta only. So that only total angle is how much nothing but theta and then theta, that will be 2 theta. Before the reflected ray was there here, I just rubbed it and after that I drawn it. So how much angle it is changed by? 2 theta is the angle. Clear? I understand. That might be any direction. If the mirror is rotating in this direction or in this direction, always it will be rotated by how much angle? Nothing but 2 theta only. Clear? So write that conclusion. By keeping the incident ray fixed, by keeping incident ray fixed, if mirror is rotated by theta, then reflected ray will be rotated by same angle, or double the angle, double that angle, reflected by double of that angle, because normal reaction also rotated by theta. Khushi, good morning. Not sleeping. So here only two cases are possible in rotation. One is either you are rotating the incident ray by keeping the mirror as fixed. Another is you are rotating the mirror by keeping the incident ray as fixed. Whenever you are rotating the incident ray, then reflected ray also rotated in the same angle only, but in which direction? Opposite direction. Whenever you are rotating the mirror, at that time what happens? Nothing but reflected ray also will rotate in the same direction by how much angle? Double the angle of rotation of mirror. Clear? This is the two problems which are possible. Now we will see the parallel mirrors. How many number of images will be formed between the parallel mirrors? Infinite number of images. I will tell you a very easy short trick for that. But before that you have to do the problem. So I have taken two plane mirrors here, M1 and M2, which are placed opposite to each other and parallelly. Now here an object is placed. At what distance? Nothing but 4 centimeters distance. And then this is at 2 centimeters, let us consider. Now you have to find the images. Let me take first 2 images from the M1, first 2 images from the M2. First of all, you draw the image diagram. How the images will be formed, at what distances they will be formed. House, water leakage. Got the first image behind the M1 at what distance? First image behind the M2. Second image behind the M1. Sure? 8 centimeters, sure? Second image behind the M2. Second image behind the M2. Ten is the answer. You got that? 10 is the answer. Third image behind the M1. 16. Third image behind the M2. 14. Fourth image behind the M1. 20. And then there, that is 22, I guess, so 24 or 22. So how I am saying by just words only means there is a short trick for that. Very easy short trick will be there. There is no need to spend this much of time also. I will tell you that short trick first, later on I will explain whatever the method you solved. Okay na? So first and foremost is you have to just take the mirrors M1 and then M2. So from the M1, object is there at what distance? 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters here. From M2 at what distance? 2 centimeters. That is the initial distances. And after that, how can you form the image? Nothing but you have to take the total distance. First of all, how much total distance is there? 6 centimeters. Take the cross method. You have to take the cross. Put 6 here. 4 plus 6 is how much? 10. 2 plus 6 is 8. That is what the answers you might be got now. Yes, sir. Then again keep the cross here. 6 again. 8 plus 6 is 14. 10 plus 6 is 16. Then again 14 plus 6 is how much here? 20 na? Yes, 16 plus 6 is 22, and so on, like that only you will get. Within seconds only you can finish the answer. Okay na, instead of drawing that. And also these are the distances of the images. Distances of images from which mirror? Nothing but from M2. Distances of images from where here? From M1. So I said second image behind the M2, like that I asked. So that this is the first image, second image, third image and then fourth image behind which mirror here? M2 mirror. Then this is also first and then second, third and then fourth image behind which mirror? That is M1 mirror. Clear? This is about the short trick, very easy. Now I will tell you the normal method. I will explain you the normal method. That is, you just draw a line here. Now first of all, whenever you see the M1, listen properly, this one is important. Whenever you see the M1, object is placed here at what distance? 4 centimeters. So from M1, whenever you are calculating M1, you forget M2. Whenever you are calculating by the M2, you forget the M1. Okay, so that here 4 centimeters distance object is there. Behind that, at what distance it has to form again? 4 centimeters only. This is the I1, first image behind the M1. Next I will take this and all as a I1 dash, I2 dash and then I3 dash. It will be easy for us to identify. Now this object is there at what distance from the M2? 2 centimeters. So that my image also should form at what distance again? 2 centimeters only. First round is finished. This one first round is finished. 4 and then 2, we got the same answers only. Next one, what you have to do? Nothing but you have to forget about the object now. One round is finished by the object. Now what you have to do? Nothing but this image will work like an object for the M2. Second order object. This is the first order object, this is the second order object. Don't feel much difficulty by the terminologies and all. You can understand it very easily. One round is finished, nothing but object is finished. Then all the images will be formed by the images only. But which images? Opposite images you will get. So here I1 is formed because of which mirror here? M1. That will work like an object for the M2. So for M2 it is working like an object. So for the M2, at what distance it is there? 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 2 is 10 from M2. Okay, you just remove the object now. Okay, from M2 this is the object, second order object. So this second order object is there at what distance? 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. So that my image should form at what distance? Nothing but exactly 10 centimeters. This is the I2 dash, that is what I got, I2 dash. Then this I1 dash will work like an object for the M1. So that this I1 dash is working like an object. Exactly, you have to take the opposite mirrors. So that here I1 is working like an object, nothing but I1 is at what distance from the M1? 4 plus 2 is 6 and then 6 plus 2 is 8. So that 8 centimeters behind that it has to form here around, that is which one? Obviously I2. Exactly I2 you will get. I2 at what distance? 8 centimeters. Understand, right? How I am explaining. Then again what happens? Nothing but this image will work like an object for the M2. At what distance? This one is totally is how much? 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. So only second one we are getting as, third one we are getting as 14. Understand, right? So again For this one will work like an object for this. At what distance? 10 plus 6 is 16. We got the same answer again. You understand, right? That is how you have to solve the problem. There is no need to take that many images and all. Just follow this short trick and that will be easy to find out the answer. Okay, this I1 dash, and then whenever you follow the short trick, you have to identify that which number is giving which image. These are the images behind the second mirror. These are the images behind the first mirror. Yesterday only I said that in this parallel mirrors there are two types of questions are possible. One is distance of the image from the individual mirrors. Another is distance between the images. For example, if I ask distance between the I1 and then I1 dash, which images these are? First image and then first image. What is the distance between them here? 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12. For that I will tell you one short trick formula again. There is no need to count there. Clear? Huh? So this is a first type of question. Did I say the question? If object is placed in between two plane parallel mirrors, facing towards each other, then object is placed in between the mirrors, as shown in the figure, then find the distance of second image behind M2 from M1 and M2. In that second question, and also find distance between the second order images. What's the answer for the first one? By seeing only tell me. I said that second image is formed behind the M2. You have to find out the distance from M2 and then M1. What is the distance? Behind M2, which is the second image? I2 dash, right? I2 dash nothing but from M2 what distance? 10. From M1? 16. From M1, that is, I am not talking about from M1 means you don't consider this image. I am saying about the image behind the M2 only. That only from M1 separately, from M2 separately. Okay, na? Copy this and then write the answer first. Everything you write as it is, that object and all, everything you just copy as it is. Yesterday sir has given for study hour time. Sir did not come. Problem se solve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಸರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಡೌಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ್ ಸರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ನಾನು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಮ್. ಹಾಂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೀವಿಂಗ್. ಹಾಂ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ನೋ, ಬೈ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾರು ಅವ್ರು ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹ್ಞೂ no, I'll go from the afternoon. Okay, you assume that I'll not come today. Your wish then. Remaining people, Mohin sir, and then biology classes will be taken. Extra classes, obviously I am not there means nobody will leave you freely. Done, na? So what is the first answer? First question answer is the I2 dash. I am talking about the I2 dash. From M1, what distance? 10 centimeters. From M1 that is 16. From M2 that is 10 centimeters. Why these markers? Throw that out. So next, second question is, I asked about the second order images. Distance between the second order images. Whenever you draw this one directly, you can say what is the answer? Who are the second order images here? I2 and then I2 dash. What is the distance between? 24. 24 is the answer between them, distance between them. I will tell you one short trick formula for this. That is, you have to find out the distance between IN and then IN dash. IN and then IN dash. Then your formula will be 2n into simply M1 M2. M1 M2 means distance between the M1 M2. So that 2 into which order I am asking now? Second order. For example, first of all, first order images you will take. First order images I1 and then I1 dash is there. What is the distance between them? 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 2 is 10 and then 2, 12 na? Total distance between the first order images is how much? 12. So that I1 dash, that is 2 into first order, no, I said n value is how much? 1. So that 2, 1 into M1 M2 distance is how much here? 6. So what is the answer here? 12 centimeters. Correct? Yes. Next, second order images. Second order images nothing but I2 and then I2 dash. What is the answer? 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 10 is 24. Let us check that. I2 and then I2 dash. 2 into 2 into 6. How much answer is? 24 centimeters. Correct? So third order images. Third order images nothing but here. What I have to take here? 60. Third order nothing but I3. 2 into 3, that is how much you will get? 6 into how much distance again? 6. So what is the distance between them? 36 is the distance between them. Clear? That is how you will get the answer. I3 and then I3 dash. Without knowing this diagram, without solving this one, without writing this short trick also, you can get the answer. I am not doing anything, I am just taking the order number and then distance between the mirrors. Did I use these formulas anymore, these diagrams anymore? For showing I just shown you that, but I did not use this one in the formula. So that only here, third order nothing but 2 into 3 into 6. How much answer will you get here? 36 is the answer. We did not even drawn, but we got the answer here. Clear? That is how you can get the answers. This one is second question in that. Short trick formula. Now I have discussed about the plane mirrors, plane mirrors which are parallel to each other. Now whenever the plane mirrors are not parallel, they are oriented at what? Some angle. At that time, how many number of images will you get? That is also one procedure is there. So here there is no need to draw the ray diagram for that. Directly I will tell you by the formula only. Before we was having parallel plane mirrors, now both are not parallel. So how they are nothing but, this is the M1 I got here and then M2 is there like this exactly. angle between them is theta. Now I placed an object here, somewhere here around object. Now how many number of images will be possible? How can you find out that number of images? For example, I have taken the angle as 60 degrees. How many number of images are possible? How much? 5 images. 5 images are possible. How it is, I will tell you. So that I will not take the 60 angle. First of all, I will explain you with theta only. So with theta, here I will get some x value. X is equals to total angle can be how much it is possible? 360. So that out of 360, I am keeping them at what angle? Theta angle. Now this can divide as a even number or it can divide as a odd number, or it can be fraction also. I will tell you that fraction trick also. So if it is a even, then what happens? Nothing but if x is even, then number of images are n is equals to simply x minus 1. That's it. Then if x is odd, listen this properly. If x is odd, two cases are possible. One case is whenever the object is placed on the bisector. This is the bisector which is bisecting the angle how much here? Theta by 2. Here also how much? Theta by 2. If the object is placed on this, it will be different number. If the object is not placed on the bisector, that will be different number. So here object is on the bisector. On bisector. At that time n is equals to x minus 1. Same like the even only. If it is not on the bisector, object not on bisector, then what happens? Nothing but exactly n is equals to x only. There is no change in that. Okay. If x is the fraction, if it is not even odd also. For example, I got the x as 2.9. This is my fractional value. So that x is how much? First of all, tell me the x value. Units and dimensions tumba involve agidare neevu. How many images formed completely? 2. Third one is not yet formed. Correct? I am asking about images only. I am not asking about the half image and all. Clear? So that complete image I have to take. So that how many complete images are possible? Nothing but only 2. Third one is not yet formed. Okay, that might be 2.1 or that might be 2.99 also. Third image is not yet formed, so that always you have to take the lower order number only. So that might be 2.5, 2.6 or 2.7, whatever it might be. X value is how much now? 2. Now I am getting the x as 2, nothing but which number? This is even number. The number of images are how many possible? Only one image is possible. Clear? That is how you have to solve whenever the mirrors are oriented at some angle. This is the short trick method. If not, what you have to do? Nothing but you have to take the object distance from the M1. You have to form the image behind that at the same distance. This I will tell one important point from this also. So this is the I1 image. Next, this object is there at what distance from this much of distance, then I1 dash will be formed here. Then next, again object will not be there. Now which will be like object here? I1 dash is the object for M2. So that this is there at this much of distance, so my image also will be formed here, that is I2. Now this I2 will work like an object for M1, so that what happens? Nothing but it will be there like this, and then here somewhere will form the image. Okay, this is the I2 dash. Whenever you see all this kind of images, what they will do? Nothing but they will be lying on the circumference of the circle. You are understanding or not? You understand the structure, right? How I drawn? So that whenever you take the scale and then if you find the angle also, all will be lying on the circumference of the circle. So only I explained this one, ray diagram. Otherwise this is enough for you. So here mainly you have to divide the 360 with the given angle between the mirrors. Then you got either even number or odd number. Even number you got, number of images are that number minus 1. Odd number you got, at that time two cases are possible. You have to check that object is there on the bisector or not. If it is on the bisector, at that time it will be same like the even only. If not, that is you have to take as it is, x is equals to n is equals to how much? Exactly x only. If the x is the fractional number, at that time you have to take the lower order integer. 2.5 is there, nothing but you have to take 2. 2.9 is there means again what you have to take? 2 only. Why? Because third image is not yet formed. X is 2 you have taken, n is equals to how much? X minus 1 you will get. Clear? That is how you have to solve this kind of problems. Write that. Write the short trick formulas directly. ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ MRP brand will not suit for Shivu, it will suit for you only. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವ MRPಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗನ ಉದಯ್? ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವ? ಏನಂದ್ರು ಅವರು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವ? ರಿಯಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವ? ಯಾಕೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪಾರ್ಸಲಾ? ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಏನೋ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಅವರ? ನೀವು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ? ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಓಟ್ಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವ ಏನೋ ನೀ ಸಂಘ ವಿದ್ರೋಹಿ ನೀವು. ಇಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್, if x is fractional number, then lower order integer should be considered as x. Lower order integer should be considered as x. In the next line, all the images, in the next line, important point, all the images formed by inclined mirrors will lie on the circumference of a circle. Write a problem then. Consider two plane mirrors inclined at an angle theta, as shown in the figure. Then find number of images of object. Find the number of images of object formed by these mirrors when theta is 60 theta is 60. Second question, theta is 72 degrees and the object is at 40 degrees from M1. 40 degrees from M1. Third question, theta is 72 degrees and object is at 36 degrees from M1. 36 degrees from M1. Last question is theta is 80. Theta is 80. Find the answer first. How much number of images? 5. First case? 5. Very good. Then next case. Last case? 45. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೆ ನೀವು? 4.5 ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕದೆ? ಎಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. I said you have to consider the x, otherwise the n. 4.5 will come, no, here. Wait, let us just wait for 1 minute. No. Change the last point. Number of images will be equal to the lower boundary of the integer number. I said x value, no? Instead of x, you take it as n. Last point, fraction. Fraction value, I explained wrongly. See that is how much I said, 2.9. 2.9 like that I said. This is the x we got. Whenever x we got like that, I said as what? X is equals to 2, then the number of images will get as 1 like that I said. But this wrong. You have to get the n as 2 only. Directly n only 2 directly. Okay. In the last answer you might be get the answer as how much here? 360 divided by 72, na? Not 72, 80. 80 nothing but how much you will get here? 4.5. So your x is 4.5 nothing but your n is how much? Only 4. Change that point. Last point you change. I said fraction value point or not? I said no. Just change that. What I said in that? If x is fractional number, then lower order integer should be considered as number of images. Okay, should be considered as number of images. Change that. Then your answers are what here? 5544. That is the correct answer. 5544 is the correct answer, not 3. 5544. So here first of all, first question is what? How much angle? Theta is equals to 60, na? Theta is 60. So that x is equals to how much for us? 360 by 60. How much that is? 6. That is which number? Even number. If the x is even, the number of images are x minus 1. So my answer is how much? 5. Then second question is theta is 72. But here they have given 2 cases in that. Then they said that the object is there at 40 degrees from M1, I guess so. That is what no given question. 40 degrees nothing but whenever you see the 72 degrees, why they have given like this? First of all you check the number. X is equals to how much we are getting? 360 by 72 nothing but how many times exactly? 5 times. Whenever it is 5 times nothing but this is an odd number, then you have to check the option. That is on the bisector or otherwise not on the bisector. See that this is 40 degrees nothing but that is not on the bisector. On the bisector nothing but exactly half of the angle should be there. Here 72 nothing but here it should be 36 degrees. Otherwise if it is, around bite 10 minutes avadandi. Go bite go. So Next one is they have given as what 36 degrees. 36 degrees nothing but exactly on the bisector. So that here x is equals to 5. The number of images are how many here? Not on the bisector. Not on the bisector. So that the answer is how much? N is equals to x only. That is how much? 5. Then next question, third question is theta is equals to 72. But angle how much? 36 degrees. 36 degrees nothing but this is on the bisector. On the bisector nothing but x is equals to 5. Then n is equals to x minus 1. That is how many images you will get here? 4. Then last option is theta is equals to how much? 80 degrees. If theta is 80 degrees, at that time x is equals to how much you will get? 360 by 80 nothing but that will be 4.5. If it is a fraction, then number of images will be how much? N is equals to exactly 4. Lower order integer you have to take, lower boundary of the integer you have to take. That's the answer for that. Next problem. Two plane mirrors are parallel to each other. Two plane mirrors are parallel to each other at a separation of 6 meters. At separation of 6 meters as shown in the figure. 6 meters. Not 6, you take it as 8. 8 meters as shown in the figure. Then find the number of images of the object. Number of images of the object O, and also find the separation between the fifth image.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Hey, object distance ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಇದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ? ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ? 2n ಯಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ರೈಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಗೈ. ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್. ಮತ್ತು 18 ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ನು 10 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 8 10 into 8 80. Infinite and 80. Those are the correct options. No need of diagram, nothing. Just giving the separation between them. What? ಸಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೇನಾ? ಏನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. It's done. Then next problem. You try the next problem. Two plane mirrors M1 M2 are inclined. Two plane mirrors M1 M2 are inclined at an angle 90. At an angle 90. Then find the number of images formed. Chikkamakul problem. 3 is the correct answer. You should not take this much time. 360 by 90, 4 minus 1 is 3. Next problem. Two plane mirrors M1 M2 are, this is a little tricky. Two plane mirrors M1 M2 are inclined at an angle theta. Inclined at an angle theta as shown below. As shown below. the ray of light 1 the ray of light 1 which is parallel to m1, which is parallel to m1 strikes m2, and after two reflections
Sorry,
after two
I didn't get
reflections
that.
after two reflections the ray 2 becomes parallel to m2, then find angle theta, find angle theta take the angles with respect to normals, then only you will get the answer. Yes, very good. 60 is the correct answer. 60 degrees is the correct answer. Shall I explain that? With respect to the normal only you have to consider, then only you will get the answer. So, here you have to take the normals first. I have taken the normal for the m2 first. m2, this is the normal n2 for m2, normal n2. Now, let us consider this one is falling at an angle alpha. If it is falling at alpha, then angle of reflection also how much? Alpha only, right? So, can I take this one as this alpha is equals to 90 minus theta? See that if this is theta means then automatically this angle also how much? Theta only. So, if this is theta, this total angle is how much here? 90 minus theta. So, that alpha is equals to how much here? 90 minus theta. Alpha plus alpha is equals to how much? 2 alpha is equals to what will get nothing but here, that is obviously 180 minus 2 theta, no? 2 alpha is equals, this total angle is equals to how much? Total is 180 minus 2 theta. So, 2 theta nothing but 1 theta I have got here, then 1 more theta is there here. That is it, finished. In the same way for the second one also, you understand this one properly. So, now this is n1 I got. This one whenever you are very good at mathematics, then immediately you can get the answer this one as 120 directly. Okay, that is a mathematics problem, that one is, but not here. Whenever you take this normal as a n1, at that time This angle of incidence is how much here? Nothing but I will consider if this angle is alpha means this angle also how much here? Alpha. Isosceles triangle this one is. Then if this is alpha means this remaining angle also how much? Alpha only. Total angle is how much here? 180. 180 minus this one is 2 alpha gives you 180 minus some theta dash whatever it might be. So here first of all whenever you consider this alpha and then this alpha is equals to what we can get 90 minus theta. Why? Because this total angle is how much here? 90. So alpha is equals to I can write it as 90 minus theta. If this is theta obviously this angle also how much here? Theta only. So this is theta, this is theta, this is theta. Three angles together theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 is equals to how much angle should be? 180 degrees. Then 3 theta is 180, then theta is equal to how much? Exactly 60 degrees. Clear? If you know the isosceles triangle property, if this angle is alpha, automatically this angle will be how much? Nothing but that is 120 degrees will be there. If this is 120, this is 30, this is 30. 30 is gone, nothing but how much will be remaining here? 60. Here also 30 gone means 60 only will be remaining. You understand, right? Anyhow you can get the answer. But you have to draw the ray diagram for this kind of problems. Only one problem is possible in that. 2 reflections, that's it. More than that nothing will come. First one is going parallel to that and then second one is coming parallel to the second one. One more type of problem is the first ray is incidenting normal to the M2. Then how it will come out, with what angle it will come out. That kind of questions also possible. By just drawing the ray diagram again you can understand it. You understand, otherwise I shall explain that one again. Understood, right? So first one is going like this and then normal you have to draw. Compulsory with normal only you have to get the answer. So only I said that one before only. So normal you have to take, with respect to the normal angle is alpha, nothing but angle of reflection also how much? Alpha only. I am just considering that, that's it. Now this is alpha, this total angle is how much here? 90 degrees here. So theta is equal to how much I can get? 90, alpha is equal to how much I can get? 90 minus theta. If this one is theta, automatically next one also how much? Theta only. I know already this horizontal and then this one is theta means this horizontal and then theta. Opposite angle is obviously theta only. There is no need to do that much also. So see this. This orientation is exactly how much angle? Nothing but theta. Then I am just moving like this. Again how much orientation? Theta only. If this is theta, then opposite one also how much? Theta only. Why? Because everything is parallel here. If it is not parallel at that time it will be different case. They will not ask that kind of questions by the way. So that here the angle is how much? Nothing but theta is equals to 60 degrees. Otherwise one more thing is whenever you see by the parallel rays you can form equilateral triangle here. By that equilateral triangle theta is equals to how much again? 60 degrees only. Anyhow you can get the answer but you have to understand the problem mainly. Clear? Chalo. And also one more. You write that Deepika, off that video.